Hello, hello, Arty friends. It's Sunday. Let's get arty. We're working on the Caddy. Things are gonna get sparkly with them stars upon thars in this mixed media way that we do.
Wow.
I know, that was an intro if I've ever,
That
done
was.
one. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio. And my computer's not even on. I guess I don't even need it, really.
you really don't. I will get you note up on things.
Thank you. And I don't have to mess with that. I don't have to look at it. And
That's
I'll
right.
Just, yeah. I'm still drinking coffee. It's been kind of one of those mornings.
Do say
But-
hello in the chat so we can say hello back. I know you're representing. I'm very happy about that. Good for you.
And also Visionary Art Museum.
Mhm.
I have my earrings and my pin.
with a bird
Bird in hand is worth
doing
two
the
in a
bush.
bush.
I know that's right. Anyway, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. We like y'all to say hello, so that way I could, that's how I know that you're here. This is an arty friendly bunch that's here. If you have access to the chat, meaning you can type into it and you're not just seeing it, and that means you are in the live stream and you can, interact with us, ask questions, do all that business that you want to do in the live chat. If you do not have access to the live chat, that means you are in replay. We welcome you just the same. Give those thumbsy upsies, all of y'all. Everybody, thumbsy upsies, that's right down here. And then give us some comments in the comment section letting us know that you're watching in replay, or if you have questions or any of that business that you'd want to do there. Subscribe and, ring those bells. That's the YouTube business that we ask you to do. Now, let's say hello to everybody. We've got Angela and Anthony, Bartender's daughter, Becky, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Darlene, Dana, Diane, Elizabeth, Emma, Estella, Gerald, that's Jerry, Gray like Gray, Ingrid, Irma, Jeanette, aka Janette, Yutha, Jennifer McKinnon, Carrie, Kimberly, Lindsay, Lizzie Jean, Lydia, Marchie, Marina, Monica, Nancy, hello, Paige, Penka, Rochelle, welcome, I believe you are new, Rosemary, Shannon, Silver Granny and her Grumpy Gnome, that's Lynn, Tegan, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot, and Veronica. If I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. Simply give me those extra pinky hello hands like, Yuta did, and Marina and Jennifer. Those are the pinky hello hands that get my attention the most.
The most.
The most. Also, right now that we have started, thank y'all for coming to the, or watching in replay, Izzy's stream yesterday, and those of you that posted over in Makers.
Yeah.
That made her day, seriously. I mean, I haven't even shown her the ones that came. I think Paula posted this morning, or, time difference. Anyway, but she's pretty pumped up about that. And I just appreciate that. I'm going topside.
Yeah, I told her, I said, it's nighttime there.
Yeah.
And she was like, what? I said, yeah.
She doesn't, I mean, she barely understands the concept of time around here.
Yeah, like real time.
Because yesterday she kept asking me, is it stream time? I'm like, would you please set a timer on your iPad? Because otherwise she will ask me every 5 minutes. And I'm like, we've got 5 hours. And that'll wear on you. Because I'm trying to get other things done. Next month is P's birthday. That is correct.
29th.
Is her birthday. She's not turning 29.
I'm 29. 30. Well, we'll just go 30. Then
30.
You can remember the date and how old I am at the same time.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay. It is the 30th. Nathan's is the 29th, right? Or 28th. 24th. Mine's October 20th.
My dad used to say, he says, I remember when you kids were born seasonally.
Yeah.
I know that you were in the spring. So that's when,
It's kind of, that's what happens
that's
when
the
you're a
lambs
farmer.
were born.
Yeah. You can tell you the cow's birth date, but them kids, it was around the same time.
There you go. It's all related.
That's right. Okay, so what are we doing?
Well, what
Hey,
I'm
Sherry.
doing right now is I'm making strips, and here's it is Sunday, and we don't have, but tips and tricks are something that we do all the time.
Yeah.
If you are one of those people has a hard time committing, because you're worried that something better will present itself, or you might have a better idea. This is how I approach that sort of situation. Are we topside?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, I can't tell. And I'm hoping to get enough out of this purple because I really didn't do another purple, which was kind of a DA thing to do.
Oh, yes. In fact, she's going to be showing it today. Like, she's actually, because she's been busy. She had to make packets because the orders have been coming in.
Yes.
Very exciting.
And I should show you some of these. These are just, I'm very proud of this batch. And I do have...
She's very proud of most batches.
Okay, remember that one single star? I gave that to Mariah and I said, this is for somebody really special. So if you receive the single star in the middle of the little piece of paper, then you know that you've accomplished something. So I had these and they were kind of, ho-hummy. They're still kind of ho-hummy, but, what the heck. And I have a whole bunch that, I try to match them up to, something that seems like they go with. And I really, you have to understand how my brain works here and why we do the things that we do when we do them.
I'd love for you to explain that.
Yeah. Well, I'll do my dead level best. That's all you can do.
That's right.
All right. So I love this, and it was getting kind of hard to get it out of there because has that little tiny orifice thing to squeeze it. See that? Yeah. And it does. I'm not sure that it seals all that well, but anyhow, it does unscrew, so it's not one of those ones you have to plop it off with the pliers. I very much love this color, Indanthrene blue. So what I did is I mixed a whole bunch of airbrush stuff with it, and I added, a lot.
Officially a lot.
And I am telling you, this is the way to go with this stuff.
Because that stuff dried quick.
See, look at this. But I don't have any other things to mix it with. Now, remember, this was the print that we pulled. Can you see the little stars on there?
Yeah, and I have your camera back kind of in the normal place. Sorry.
I don't need to put it up quite
so
far. I don't know if you can see the stars on any
a little bit. When you turn it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You can see them there. But look at that. Okay, and see, some of them even showed up out here.
I love that.
So, but I ran out of ones that matched with that, too, so I've got to make some more.
That's how it happens.
Yeah. Look at these. Stamped, and I did some mark making there.
Yeah, she put in some of those really good prints that I thought she was actually going to keep for a while.
I love the texture of this, and then I used the acrylic markers to define some of the shapes out there. You've already seen. Oops, I need to keep.
Yeah, keep
See, I keep going back and forth, and then I can shove them in the packet. Ran out of packet material. But you can see how I put them together so that they look like,
relative to the vessel, but a lot is a lot.
And I even put in some hearts.
Oh.
And parts.
Hearts and parts.
And how about that?
How about that? I like that. That's a stinky pink.
Stinky pink.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, got some. Look at that. This one. I really hesitated cutting that one up, but I thought,
hey, Lori,
what the hell am I going to do with it?
I know. That one was really good. But yeah, exactly. Like, okay, unless we have a specific thing.
But anyhow, that's what I did. But here's, I want to get
down. Oh, hey,
here.
Mimi.
All right, so here's this. And don't these go perfectly together?
They really do look lovely together.
I hesitated cutting that one up too, but then again, I asked myself, what the hell am I going to do with that? And I do love this one too.
Oh, yeah.
I did hesitate about that. But anyhow, that's what I've been doing. I've been making packets for y'all because we were down to 0.
Yeah, like I turned around and
it was coming in.
Yeah.
When Pharrell does her thing, we always have.
Oh, it gets a little nutty. That's one of the reasons I don't mention it a ton over here because like she does a great job debuting her products and things, and it's like there's plenty of hoopla about everything, which is what we like around here.
All right.
That's how people know about things.
I'm leaving this out because it's a cautionary tale.
Oh, is this the...
I can't remember if I made any more purples, but I don't think I did, which was, I was thinking about it. So I tried to, and I will use this. And in fact, remember the white one?
Mm-hmm.
I did some really wonderful, can we call those postcards?
Yeah.
Because I think they kind of qualify.
We're going to mount them on a postcard, and then they will be a postcard.
Okay, I made some really lovely artwork using...
To be continued on that. Hello, Joni.
The, star print that I made with white. Remember the white one?
Yeah. Oh, so those were the white ones? Oh, nice.
On there.
Yeah. Okay. I know, Paula. I saw it, and I'm going to show her later on. I saw it when I was up here, and so I'm going to show her everybody's. And thank y'all for using the hashtag Saturday Scoots. Somebody was asking what scoots meant. You're going to have to talk to Izzy about that. She just makes things
Is that
up.
her?
Oh, yeah. It's just...
Sometimes she just learns a word and she gets very fascinated with the word.
Well, or she makes one up and she's like, this is what it means. She has kind of her own little languagey thing going on sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can see what I'm doing here. And I started out explaining that, you know, this is how people that have a hard time committing.
Eddie.
This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Now, most of those I throw away, but now that's a pretty good one. I might keep that one for, you know, shiggles and grins.
Yeah.
And I've already mucked up the box. I don't even know how that happened, honestly. Because there were dry brushes there. I mean, come on now, sister.
I don't know.
Okay. I do not know. It's a freaking nightmare around here sometimes.
Oh, hello, Anina.
And some of these really, you know, thick stars, they don't tear very well.
No, you kind of...
Their little feelers kind of go...
Yeah. Something to consider.
Okay, we forgot to take a picture with these the other day, Mariah. Stars. We forgot.
No, I got the box and then you did the thing. I don't know. What else do you want from me?
Well, you forgot to remind me. That's your job because, you know, I just need reminding. Anyway, add some airbrush medium.
That's the moral of that story.
All right. Yeah, we've got a good start here. Just put these back over yonder here. I probably have enough of this purple. I probably thought that I was going to have enough of that. I don't know that I necessarily love it. But I think we do have enough that we can
mix it in.
I used some of this on the little itty bitty.
Oh, Paige would like you to go over the process of papier-mâché and the supplies that you need.
Oh, well, the supplies that you need are whatever you've got handy. I'm not, you know, if you just moved, you're going to have a ton of newsprint.
Right. Put your box, your little caddy in camera, if you would, please. And I will do a little quick review of things for you. For this particular process, because there are many ways to papier-mâché, decoupage, or, you know, collage. But those three things...
Yeah, because this box was done completely different.
And by the way, I created 2 new playlists. One that is dedicated to boxes and caddies, since that seems to be a thing that's going on. And actually, those might be the same. I was just sort of having, like... There's one dedicated to the caddy, which has gone from flowers to bugs to stars. And then I realized, oh, the funny thing is that I don't know if you meant to do this. I'm pretty sure that you didn't. It just is what it is and how it happens here at Papier-mâché Studio. But the little tray and the caddy have seemed to be like a dual project no matter what. Because when you first started that, so I put that link to that particular starting of these two projects because they came together at the same time.
This had a delay.
Yeah.
Because I did
3 months ago, in fact.
This
I wonder if that works out to 8 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what happened was I lost the rest of the papers.
Well, and then the caddy had to dry. All right, so here, put the caddy into the frame, please.
Yeah, because it's really heavy duty.
Okay, so number one big question, because multiple people have asked, well, where did you get the little caddy? What did that start out as? It's a drink carrier from like fast food place, Wingstop to be exact, because we like the hot wings from there. They have the best ranch. It's the green one. So this is a drink carrier.
I really like it because it has this thing on the side.
Not all
Some
drink
of them don't.
Nah, not all drink carriers come like this. So, you know, that's why you need to know. You get it at Wingstop. So then one of the reasons that this project has had to take such a delay is that she went ahead and used the fancy paper towels as the prime, you know, because you need like a base coat of paper mache. Like if you're doing this project, you need to cover whatever it is, especially if it has writing and whatever, because it does two things. Number one, it sturdies up the actual thing that you're doing. So whether it's the tray, the box, the caddy, the whatever, you need to make that stand up a bit more. And it adds that base layer. Think of it like primer, whatever, because you want everything to be the same color. Unless, of course, you don't. Then I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it had that, and I did not split the towels, which was another thing.
So they're heavy duty, and they soaked up a lot of medium, which was... what, the Blick mixed with water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those are the things. So you need some type of base object. Secondly, you need some type of either paper towel. Another thing that works really great is the paper that comes, a lot of times if you order from Amazon or other places.
That's newsprint.
Yeah, some kind of craft paper newsprint.
You want to be careful, though, that it's not too heavy, because then it's hard to work with.
Yeah,
and that will have to soak it, and I don't believe in soaking anything because that just takes it to another whole level of, add another 8 days. Yeah.
To fully saturate things, because otherwise it bubbles and peels and things of that nature.
Yes, it does. It's hard to get down in a smooth.
All right.
Whatever.
So now you have your object. You have your base material that you will be decoupaging on. Some little key tips there is to rip it into smaller pieces. It's tricky to cover bigger surfaces, especially if you have a lot of turns, if it's curved, anything like that. So the smaller pieces are going to give you better success.
Yes, remember when we were doing the heads?
Yeah, they're very tricky and you need to do small areas.
Nose, mouth,
boxes with the square edges, you can do more wider things, but again, it really gives it more of that paper mache look. See how you have that texture and
and now
it's a thing.
A lot of that is probably going to go away because of
Hey, Charmaine.
With more or less opaque sort of things here. But it's something to keep in mind, and you can use that to your advantage too. You could go ahead and do a base coat on this. Or do some really, cool brushy stroke stuff and use transparent tissue paper over the top of it. And then you've got, that's going to come through the paper.
Yeah, and then your final thing is to make it pretty, which is basically kind of the same process as you did with the base coat of your paper macheing. You do in collaging with whatever pretty papers and things that you want to do. And again, utilizing the medium, like you can do the Blick mixed in. You need like a matte medium my Decoupage works. Keep in mind, it stays sticky. Not the most, always ideal thing. Usually that's the best to like seal, and it also depends on where you live.
All right, so why am I putting these out here? Well, these are also made with the same process here. This was just simply a paper towel.
Tape roll.
Yes, tape roll. And I think it was masking tape, I'm guessing. And then I used the aluminum foil over it to help strengthen it. And then decoupaged on the, that.
Oh, hey, Shannon. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Okay, now I have
there.
to remember how.
Oh, hey, Acme.
Bracelets go here. But at this point in time, if you want to, you can add repoussé material. Stuff that will stick up and become, because look at that. I think that is just so cool. Really, I do love that.
Oh, a caddy. Yeah, a caddy is something you carry something. And this is like a drink carrier.
Yes. Anyhow, so it all depends on what you want to happen, and that's what I would encourage you. I mean, if this is your maiden voyage, don't start off with a...
Oh, what is the best medium to cover and not dull the metallic stars? That would be a gloss medium.
Anything gloss. Don't use matte.
Because it'll dull it out. But then if you put a gloss over it, the final coat, it will bring some of that sparkle back. Not all of it.
Not all of it.
But it will punch up the color and bring sparkle back. Bring in sparkle back.
I mean, really, that is... And that will be something, that is... I need to be kind of cognizant of here when I'm doing this. And I've got... I can use the Blick. But I've also got, excuse me for just a moment here.
You have the Amsterdam gloss, right?
Yeah. Here we go. This is probably what I will be using to do the paper with. Because that way I'm not
hold it into the thing and do. There you go. Now, this stuff is a little bit pricey, like as far as mediums go, but it's quite nice.
It is, and it's and I probably should take and put some of this in a little thing. When you get ready to start doing this.
Oh, totally. SWL. Sherry made a great point. She said, and like what P did with the little tray the other day, you can coat the whole thing or coat areas with the watercolor ground and bring back the sparkle like she was doing with those metallic watercolors.
You can see them here. I did, I think, pretty much everything that I need to do on this. But I defined some of the areas.
And I love the sheen of that. Did you do a final coat on it?
I have not. This right here is just when I was doing a watercolor wash with the acrylics. And I'm pretty sure that I used this. That's what happened there. And I'm going to wait until this, I'm sure that it's really dry.
Yeah.
Because it swishes it, And in fact, I may come in with, and it's really worth it to come in and hit those little spots with the gloss before I go over it with a whole thing. Because then I will have locked that watercolor.
Yeah, because when you do your brush strokes, so if you're trying to get things done and do final coats, what she's saying is go in and do detailed work in the areas where the sparkly business is, and you don't want it to then get moved around like that.
See, that's what happens. And you
Wonderful.
don't want...
Look at you with the demo.
I know. And I was really kind of sad about that because I sort of was going to come in and do some line work and whatnot. But you notice the one that was the least affected was the Der Wind ink tints because they lock in. That's their purpose. Is it's like you get it wet and then they lock in. Because see where you can see that brush stroke there, and you can actually feel it. Yeah. But anyhow, there's that. And we're going to do just a total whole watercolor session here sometime.
Soon.
I don't know exactly when, but sometime. Anyhow, So, yes, I will cover this whole thing. I just wanted to make sure that you saw. I really had a hard time getting into some of the places because my light source here.
Well, you would get you get shadows from one side, and then you're like,
and I couldn't hold it far enough forward to you know without.
Well, you should have brought this over more.
I should have, and I kind of needed something right here. So when I was
need light from
this,
3 directions.
I do. I need a backlight over here, and we don't have one of those. But yeah. Anyhow, that's how you do this, and I can tell you from experience that these boxes, once you get them finished, now I'm going to finish mine off with the petrified wood coating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the stuff she puts on her beads.
Yes. Anything that's going to get heavy use, and this would be getting heavy use. Yeah.
Put a final, like, heavy coat of some kind of sealer that's going to hold up to it being used.
And maybe even, you know, wiped down with a wet cloth.
Which is one of the reasons that, like, so Mod Podge is great, but again, depends on where you're at, all of this. But, like, once it sets up, it's great. It's just if and or when it does.
You know, one of the ways that I got around that dry time was I would thin it ever so slightly when I was doing my beads, because I had a whole setup. I had a piece of styrofoam with toothpicks. Mm-hmm. And I would hold the bead with the toothpick, and then I would stick it back in the styrofoam while it dried.
Yeah.
And then when
monkey.
When I did my is it okay if I talk about this? I don't know that this is
what
my final layer of the petrified wood stuff.
Yeah, you talk about this.
Okay, so I strung fishing wire through the bead. And then I would dip it in, and I had a little rack, a box with chopsticks, so that I could hang them. I had little paper clips on there.
I really wish you had a picture of that.
I do too. It was quite fantastic, and they would drip because I just dip and drip.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep kind of moving them because they'll get stuck to the fishing line.
It's kind of how they make some of those fancy candles. You know, yeah, sort of that.
Exactly the same kind of setup. And anyhow, that's how I did that. But that was a process of discovery. And this is what I would encourage you to do, because once you get into the spirit of the thing and you develop some confidence about what you're doing, there isn't a right way and a wrong way anyway. You do what's best for you.
And the products that you enjoy using the most. And try the stuff that you have.
Already, I mean, if you get down to, you can do this with wallpaper paste. You can do it with Elmer's glue. In fact, most of the heads that I have, they're done with Elmer's glue, because that's what I had. And you just water it down ever so slightly. Don't get too carried away with it. Should be kind of the consistency of heavy.
Hey, and the heads have held up. They really have.
The heads have held up.
I mean, they're a little dusty, but that's a lifestyle.
Yeah. You polish them off, and they're good to go.
Yeah.
So that is my take on any kind of paper mache. It's totally.
Oh, the petrified wood stuff. I think is it up here? We decided to sort of keep it out.
I have a picture of it on my computer.
You sure of it?
I found it the other day.
Oh, here. Well, or it should be in this box.
It's in a tall bottle.
Well, I have the clear gloss glaze.
No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. I could have sworn it was.
Did you look in the basket? Because I saw it the other day when I was going through stuff there.
Oh, here. We got the big bottle.
Wood hardener. And what this is for is to restore, salvage, strengthen, split, or rotted wood. And it says it's a caution here, skin and eye irritant. Well, of course, I mean, you know, you can...
Don't rub it on yourself.
Yeah, you don't rub jalapenos in your eyes either. They're not, you know.
PSA, y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever this stuff is made, it's okay, I don't know if y'all can see that.
Are we giving out the website? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
PCepoxy.com.
And you wash it up with soap and water. And, you know, you don't need much.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic stuff. And
Hi, Kiki.
I recommend it
She does.
for use that, you know, I mean...
Beads and boxes.
Beads and boxes. There you go.
Bracelets.
Beads, boxes, and bracelets. And I always do my bracelets. These have a coat on. Hear that? Yeah. All right. I'm putting this back here because it's really irritating me. And
It's really messing with your mojo.
it's messing with my mojo. And, you know, looking at all those sad little half stars and whatnot.
It's a cautionary
All right,
tale.
so I'm going to have to probably come in and do some more purple. And I don't really, you know, I don't like this plummy purple. I've decided to just...
You're just, it's got to go.
I'm pulling that.
It's not going in the mix.
It isn't going, and I really didn't decide that until I saw it with this, but
Yeah.
it doesn't go with that orange. I need a really... So I'll have to do that.
Okay.
This is where this process comes in, and you can say, all right, I don't have to worry about that. Because what I'm going to do now is it's called spot decoupaging.
She likes this. Let me just interrupt real quick because I just want to give my ideas about things and how this really should go because it ain't going to go this way. What I would do if this were my caddy, I would probably figure out which sections or block it off. And then that way there would be more like locked in blocks of the different colors and stars. So you would do this whole section here on the side, and this whole section here yes.
would be a color.
Yes. Or, you know, I would maybe draw some lines so that way you still have like, because it's angular and it might be interesting to like follow some of those lines and make it, you know, kind of both because you have a like sculptural piece to it like this, but then bring that line and down around. So you'd be like, ooh, is that like a different, you know, panel altogether? So you could play with it in that way. That ain't what she's going to do. But I just thought that y'all know that there are options.
I love that she throws these things out there because, you know, I think it's really important. But here's what I'm doing. I'm doing mine, I don't know if you say topographically, but in a way, yeah. I'm going to try to get
patchwork.
What?
Patchwork.
Patchwork. Kind of, sort of, yes. But I'm going to take like this red.
Hey, Carrie, no worries.
And I'm going to put that somewhere, everywhere.
Yeah.
This is the beauty of this, because if at this point I reach a point where I run out of said color,
it's not as big of a deal.
It isn't as big of a deal. Because one of the things that I had to do on my little box back yonder here, because I lost the rest of its...
oh, that's because, you know, it was done 3 months ago, and then it went sat on the shelf.
I don't know why I really hesitate. Oh, I know, I had to wait for it to dry.
And then she forgot about it.
And then...
and who knows what happened to the little paper.
And I couldn't put the papers inside because it was wet in there.
Yeah.
So that's but you know, if it doesn't work out, you just make it work. That is the thing about...
that's right. P is more organic
art.
In that aspect of things, yes.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to put it in a smaller jar.
Yes, the wood hardener is the very last. You don't like that's not part of the process other than sealing and making it strengthen and seal and strengthen. That's it.
Seal and strengthen.
Yeah.
All right. I'm struggling here. I gotta get my case out from under the...
Oh, good God. What, you should have dusted it off. That's just...
Oh, it doesn't need dusting. Oh my gosh, Mariah, we need to order more jars. We're down to the... I have 2 jars left.
I don't know about this.
I want you to know this case.
I've had it. I mean, it's been... We've passed it back. But, I mean, she had it way before... Heck, I don't know. Does it even predate me as a person?
But it was kind of rough around the edges, and I just took papier-mâché type stuff, and God, all kinds of...
And you did the handle? Because the handle used to be busted, too.
Yeah.
Love that little case. And it's been multiple things. Like, I had makeup in it at one point in time because I just thought it was really groovy.
And now it holds my little jars.
Held pencils for a while.
It has had many uses, and it's like this. I wish you could see this little thing that I have over here. This my little rolling. It's kind of a, I guess you'd call it. It started off as a nightstand from it's motel furniture. I got it at a garage sale.
Not hotel, motel.
Yeah, we're talking about the one on the side of the road. You know.
You know.
You know. It might be
If you know, you know.
By the hour, kind of.
It's that kind of nightstand.
Anyhow, my dear sweet husband at the time put wheels on it for me. So he built a little platform and put it on the bottom. It's wonderful. And it has had, it was used as a nightstand, but it was also used as, I don't know, all kinds of things. But that's where, you know, a lot of my stuff resides.
So why are you doing that?
Because I don't want to accidentally mess up my, you know, if a color is whatever here, you know.
Yeah. And leaving the big jar open like that, it
for long periods of time, it
dries up around the lid and all that. So if you move it to a smaller vessel per your project.
Yeah.
A little tips and tricks, y'all.
Tips and tricks.
Nothing going to waste.
Buttering the bread.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like a real good place for that.
Okay.
Okay. Amsterdam, and the reason I originally got this was because it was on sale.
Yeah, that's how they get you to
and that's
end up something.
It is.
And then we're like, ooh, that's
entryway drugs.
It's pricey, but it's good.
But you know, I think that as a strategy, that is like brilliant. Because what it does, you're hooking these people.
Look at that marketing.
And really, honestly, yeah. Okay, get yourself a brush that, you know, you don't mind mucking about with.
All right.
We're just going to move along here.
You need to put your caddy more center and your papers off to the side, if you would, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Not using the... Okay, you can put your goo on your paper, or you can put it, you know, where it's going to go, sort of, kind of. And remember, we're using the gloss. And oh, well, that's brilliant. Look, I covered that spot up. That was even from the back side.
I thought you were going after that on purpose. You're like, make sure.
Get rid of that sucker right away. Just want to. Yeah. Now, I've noticed this has got a bit of lift here. Not to worry.
And you want to be apply your medium heavily, because you really want those pieces to be saturated, both underneath and above.
You know, there's no such thing as overdoing it on this kind of thing. And especially, and this really, you know, I'm glad you brought that up, Mariah, because you know how when you're putting bathroom tiles in and they go along and they make that textured surface to put them down on? This paper towel.
It's a lot like that?
It's a lot like that.
It holds in, you know.
It holds in some product there and, you know, gets it stuck down. The kind of brush you want to use is one of those that's stubby and it's clogged up with, you know, paint or glue about 3/4 of the way down to the... All right, so one there, one there, one there. Okay, let's have one down here. We'll just make this kind of big one. Now, the other thing you have to take into consideration here is top to bottom, because you do want your bottom. And
cover your bottom.
Cover your bottom.
It's the right thing to do.
It certainly is on so many levels. And you notice I'm kind of putting these in on an angle, and I'm hoping this is going to dry rather rapidly, because I like to go side to bottom. I don't want the bottom to suddenly become and
let me tell you, I'm sure that there's some mathematical reasoning for said positioning, but it really does go on there better if you angle them. If you try to go straight, a lot of times you'll end up with a bubble across the bend.
All right, so while we're, and I have over here, what I do when I'm like going to tear up something, get all the extra off of my brush. I have a water thing over here. Do that and then put the lid on, because then, you know, this is not drying out and developing that skin on the surface while you're...
And your edges aren't getting,
Yeah, your edges are not getting all mooky-mooked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's what I wanted to bring this back for a minute. Remember on this one, all this in here is, I just tore it into strips like I'm doing right now. But on the bottom here, what I did is I took one piece and went over the whole thing.
And that in itself is some tricky business.
It is. And you want to know how I knew how to do this? Because I've watched Mariah do it. Her little box that she made.
She's been watching me.
And seeing how she does this. And it is a trick. So if you want to know how to do this, you need to watch her videos, because she's excellent at it. And I'm a lot better at it than I was. And when that book that I showed you the other day that I said every one of these doors Mariah was the one that did it, and then she patched it in where I did my grommeting, you know, what do you call that?
Yeah, the grommets.
Or and that kind of stuff. She has a lot more patience than I do, and plus she has teeny tiny fingers that fit into spaces that my big fat fingers don't fit. But anyhow, this is one way to do it, but the way that you usually do it, because you don't have big old pieces of...
Well, and the bigger the piece, the harder it really, like, you know, there's a... Size matters, y'all. Size matters. There are pieces that are, you know, if you didn't feel comfortable doing it in a huge piece, plan it out. Make sure you have some overlap. And what's really great about considering what pattern is on the actual piece that you're now at the decorative level of things.
Yeah.
Know where it's going to hit. And so like what I did with the little box that she's talking about. Where is my little box today?
I think you put it up on there. I saw it on the shelf.
Yeah, or it ended up back behind here.
I'm going to get some of these ready to go here before I open up my...
All right, if you're not 100% sure on how much paper and how long, you know, like where it's going to end up, so you can kind of gauge it out beforehand. And then like what I did on the edge of the box, there's actually a seam here where the two papers break. Yeah, and then I used the edge, which is really cool stuff, and I knew she really liked that. And when somebody gives you beautiful prints and you know the parts that they love, it's best to showcase those.
If you'd like to receive more in the future.
In appreciation. So I came along with the edge pieces and put those along on the actual edge. So then you get that nice little bend. Now, this was one of those cases where I did it was straight on. So it is trickier. But depending on the size and the positioning and all of that, you can get that nice, clean, evened out papier-mâché situation. Or really, at this point, to me, this is collage or decoupage. because it is on a, it's for decoration.
Yes, it's not like this stuff here. This is utilitarian.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing now is decorating.
And the nice thing, like with this box, is I had pulled off all the stickers and everything else. There wasn't anything I didn't need to necessarily prep this surface. It was perfect for what I was doing. So that might be the case. You may not even have to do that prep surface business. But because this little carrier, number one, is not meant to like be a stable, it's sort of a one-time user type product. Is that what I'm trying to say? What am I trying to say? Because it's just so you can get your drinks home.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it's meant to like break down. That's really what I was trying to say there.
It absolutely, and I mean, I don't know, some of them you want to look at them, they're recyclable.
Well, yeah, because they're all like, it's cardboard.
Yeah.
But it has their branding all over it. And so if you want to make things pretty and you want to make sure that, you know, the branding or whatever isn't going to be popping through, that's the other reason to prep your surface. It's a twofer sometimes.
Yes.
Single use. Thank you, Mo. That's where my brain was trying to go. Disposable, yes. I love, they're helping me out. I love y'all.
Now, you might be wondering about, and I want to talk about the baffling with the toilet paper rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And Mariah brought this up the other day. The thing about it is, I want to completely cover this so that inside is completely done before I add the baffling. The reason is I want to have the baffling be removable.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that's going to become part of the box per se.
Right.
Because I think that's the thing that's probably going to wear out the most and that would be the most difficult to patch your box. Because that's the other thing. These are kind of like quilts in a way. Okay? In that, and the other thing you can do with that. Set it up on something like that.
Oh, hey, Julie Parker. Snuck in there.
Where was I with this?
Something about the baffling.
Oh, so that the baffling can be, number one, done on its own. But then if it starts wearing and tearing, you can pull it out and replace it.
Or repair it.
Repair it.
Replace or repair?
Replace and repair. Okay, where am I here? I need one. Okay, maybe we'll just, yeah.
Oh, hi, Janice. I know, y'all are sneaking in there. Sorry.
Kind of remind me of.
Somebody said it was like magic. I was looking for that message because I read it, and then I was like, okay, well, I was going to read it out loud, but.
What is it?
That the stars are very magical.
Oh, yes.
It's just like a
kind
magician's box.
Yeah.
Magician, yeah.
Merlin-y.
Merlin Caddy.
All right.
For your potions and things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what Paula's talking about. Well, I kind of know. I know Paula's talking about food, but I don't know if that.
And the thing about, keeping your brush in water, make sure that you have a little paper towel over at the side to sort of blot it off. Mm-hmm. And not just going straight back in. And
it's funny because your picture now just has the thing right. It's like your little eyes are coming up over the thing. Yeah.
I guess that's going to be okay. Everybody's okay with that.
Oh, why are you ripping and not cutting into smaller pieces? Because we're rippers.
We're rippers. I don't like cut edges.
I don't
Now,
either.
you can. I mean, golly, that's totally up to you if you want to make yours.
Yeah, you could make them all the same exact size, and then that way, like if you wanted a more checkerboard versus patchwork. Yeah, it's those are aesthetics.
And choices, because I think, it just depends. It would work.
Oh, yes. It's a wand holder.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because brushes are.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Juliet. Mosaic. That is a perfect description, yes.
But can you see what my thought is on doing it like this? Because at this point, you know how I am about all of a sudden deciding, okay, I don't have enough of this, or I'm going to add another color because I really think that's what it needs.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, like, doing it in this way, if there's a spot that really does bother you, you can always just go over it.
Cover it up, yeah.
And the other thing is that once you get it all together and you're like, ooh, this didn't meet my vision, you could put a glaze over it to, like, unify the colors a bit more. There are many, many options. Just because we were saying this is the decorative layer doesn't mean that it is the final decorative layer.
Yeah, that word final.
Yeah, there's nothing.
If I were to prioritize use of words,
that ain't it.
that would be way down at the bottom of my list.
Yeah. Some of the other things to consider, though, when covering boxes, especially if they have lids.
Would you go get my little lidded box downstairs? I forgot all about that. That was an 8-weeker too.
Oh, the little one. Yeah. Yes.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, the circular one that you made.
Made the lid for it.
And like this one, when I did the little pillow thing, I totally forgot that these pieces came inside. So I had to cut that.
And I am so disappointed that that thing on the top does not come off because I want to wear it. I already have a hat ready for it. This is looking kind of Disney-like. All right, but here's the thing. All right, I'm going to scrape off my extra here and talk to you about this for just a moment, because we might actually have to do some gel plating here before the end of this session here, because I don't have purple. The thing about it is once you start doing this, you want to make sure you've got plenty of your medium, number one, because if you start off and you forget, because I've done this, I think I did it on Vinyl, where I'd used a matte medium in one place and I'd forgot and just went ahead. The reason a final coating on that'll take care of that business, but it's also a lot easier if you want to maintain your shiny businesses. Because I'm hoping some of these are going to dry enough. See, it's really, once this core layer is dry, and this has been gessoed multiple times, by the way, that's important. Especially if it's something that's going to get a lot of use. Then, yeah, gesso it with some good gesso. See how it is shiny?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says gloss, but you can't always,
Oh, hi and bye, Mariah.
All right, so this is actually done with matte. But see this? It's pieced. But I made this lid out of, well, here, let me get this. Okay, that one's not quite dry, but I'll just tilt it up there.
That's one nice thing about more squarish objects is you can...
What is this?
I don't know, some old thing you had in there. You made it.
Wow. I don't know what that's for.
The shell is not in there.
Where is it?
It's on my desk. Because it fell off of the shelf and it is broken, but I need to fix it. I wasn't going to discuss it, but then you asked about the box, so I had to,
That's why we haven't talked about this box.
That's why we haven't talked about it.
Shell was in here so it wouldn't break.
Well, let's just say, I mean, you know, the box maker didn't consider that it was going to slide off of a shelf at some point, and
that really makes me sad.
it made me very sad. That's why I didn't want to discuss it. But I need the right glue. What? I mean, these things happen.
Well, they seem to happen a lot. I remember you broke my really fantastic piece of pottery that I spent hours with buffing it out.
Oh, that wasn't me. That was
one of her questionable friends that she used to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was I threw a big old freaking fit.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Yes.
All right, so I think this was one of those situations where a print had to be. But you see the print that's on there. Oh, that's one of my favorite stencils.
That's a Paula one. Mm-hmm.
I love that stencil so much. I use it all the time. But this is just one piece. And you can see some of those pieces are teeny tiny that was all I had. Then I had one left to put on the top and one on the inside. And
this is it's the runes. Yes.
But can you see how I created this?
Yes, rune blocks.
From a tube.
And then she made the lid.
But I put this around the top, and can you see on the inside how it's crenulated attachment?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was decorative. And, you know, if you don't want it to be decorative, you can just have it, you could go ahead and
fill it in,
cover it up with, you know, the round thing. Yeah. I really did. I worked a long time on the, on getting the lid to go on just right.
Yeah, she did. So, you want to make sure that when you're building these things out, or if you are covering a box, you may be limited in how much wrap or how many layers you can put onto, like, where it meets.
And it's like buying mulch for the, ground cover. Always buy at least a third more than what you think you need. Because you'll be going back and getting more.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the only thing I would do differently about this now is I would create a knob for the top and attach it. Because I think it would, number one, be cool.
Right.
And look very much, you know. Anyway, that's from scratch. Which I think it started with.
Look at these together.
Oh my, they do. Yeah, I think that started out as a tape roll.
Probably. And there are, I guess I should try to locate. I don't know how much of this you did. You showed it during, so it was like, during streams, she would just kind of give an update on its progress. Really. Not that there's dedicated stream to the process.
That was kind of wet. But it's okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Here we go. We're getting ready to a new. And okay, now here's we're going along, and we've got all of these values so far are really pretty much the same. But then I throw in this thing, and look what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to have to do, and I'm just going to talk about this, and we may go ahead and get some stuff down on the gel plates, because I think they're all empty. Well, I don't know, maybe not. I think so. These over here are empty. Yeah. And do some more to just, because now that we've got them out here, we can look at them. I can look and say, okay, let me see. I think I need some more darker value.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Just go ahead.
Oh, you definitely could do that, Lizzie Jean. You could, she says, to pop a bead on the top as like a little pull.
Oh, I could. I could.
Or another one of your little pieces of wood or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little knobby. It needs a knob.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea. I like that. I think that would be
Oh, my God.
What?
So, I get caught up in the reels and the little shorts every once in a while. I tell you, that stuff is addicting. I told Izzy she needed to lay off of it. It was making her brain mush. I figure at least if she's aware of what the dangers are, then I'm doing my job as a parent. Is that right? Anyway. So I got caught up in, watching some of them. And this one was a dog. And so it starts out as the person, videoing. She's like, so my dog is obsessed and has been staring at the wall for like the last, hour or whatever. And then she pans over to the wall and she had macrameed on a stick that they had found on a walk. And the dog was like,
this is his stick.
Why have you done this? And now you're just torturing it. Like, it's up on the, why are we doing this?
Oh my God.
I knew you would, yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
My stick. What's my stick doing there?
What have you done with my stick? Very funny. Yeah. It's good stuff.
And some dogs are very much attached to their
sticks.
Their sticks.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to do that because that's on the same level.
So how much more of this are you going to do on the stream, or do we, we can keep talking about things. And if y'all have questions regarding any of this, or if I need to review any of it, let me know. But you did say that you might.
Well, I'm going to have to do some more gel printing.
Okay.
But but you ran out of packets, and I had to kind of just say, okay, whoa, stop the. And I was going to have a lot of this done. That was but then, okay, all right. I shouldn't say things like that because it's kind of disingenuous. I got started on my.
Oh, yes, her other little art project. Mm-hmm. You did.
Postcard project. Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm. So I say kind of finish up these pieces and then, let's move on to making more prints. Are you going to make them, is everything going to be stars, or are you going to maybe bring in something else?
I'm really, well, now that why did you say that? What else do I have?
Oh, a whole stack of stencils? What about the one, that aromatic musings that you like, that you're like, do I have that one? And I know that you do, or at least if you want to flip through the pile, I'm sure something will come to the top.
Like cream.
Mm-hmm. And this feels like a good time to tell you. Okay, so it's you got 1 hour. And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's how we know that you were here. We like to know that you're here so we can say the hellos. If you're watching in replay, no worries. Let us know in the comments down below. Either way, give those thumbsy upsies if you would be so kind. That's, in the little area down below, and there's a thumbsy, and then lets people know. And if you want to share this stream, that is very much appreciated. Thank you to those of you that have been sharing. It really, I just can't tell you how much it means to us and how helpful it is.
I really didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
mean to
no, I'm done.
Didn't mean to be doing these in like stripy strips.
But that's how her brain says that's what needs to happen.
What's happening here? Whoa!
I was surprised that you didn't do the
stripy strips.
Yeah, just more. But I like that you're breaking up the striped strips. I find that more interesting, at least.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is starting to come together. I mean, seriously.
Hello, Iman. And hey, Lorraine. P&M, what color of blue is that? Which blue are we talking about? The darker teal blue or the more sky, which is like phthalo blue in golden? The darker, more tealy one is most likely, I can't remember, but I think it's the golden, right? Turquoise, phthalo.
The dark one?
Mm-hmm. It could be the Utrecht, but I don't think it was the Utrecht because you didn't have that much of it.
And
and it was sort of a mix.
Here's what had to happen. See this tube?
Yeah.
It's almost out. So I put this down, but then I used some of the turquoise phthalo in the high flow because I ran into a problem here. So that's really a mix of, not, I can come close. And the whole thing about it is, it isn't rocket science here, folks. Yeah. I'm not sending somebody to the moon, and if I'm off, sending them off to, the wild blue yonder. Oh, that's a spot where I thought I was going to put something. I was going, gosh, that's wet there.
Hello, Glenda.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I can't always get this going. See, you need to turn it around and look at it and see if there's any sticky uppy.
Yeah, sticky uppies.
Sticky uppies.
This is where you don't cut it off. You make sure you put more stuff on it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's a good spot.
Mm-hmm. So there's questions regarding if apple pie or, kind of apple pastries of any sort must have cinnamon. I think Paula is on the no, nay, nay cinnamon, where others are insisting that.
What in the world is she talking about? You must have cinnamon. I mean, it's just necessary.
I don't know that I like cinnamon, but there is a point when some people use too much cinnamon, and that's a thing. That's like oregano. It's there's a point.
Be cloying.
Yeah. So, if I had to choose, I would say no cinnamon versus too much.
I'm kind of that.
Okay.
All right, we've kind of reached a point here where I might need to. Mariah, you have a string over there. Can you suspend it from the line?
I don't know if that, but yeah, I can figure out something.
But look at how cute this is turning out to be. I mean, and I am just really, I know that probably, and I didn't bring this one in. I'm going to have to wait on that to see. The reason being, it's a little bit off too.
It's a little bit off.
So we either need to repeat it or not.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm going to do is, remember, I've got them all over here. The other day when I made that really weird color.
Yeah. Got an idea. What?
Well, why don't you just suspend it from the line? Why?
Because the it's too heavy for the line. It'll pop that.
Oh.
It'll pop that hoodie do.
Well, there you go. Okay, so we're going to get our things down here. We're gonna
there. Look at that.
make a little list here. What? Because what happens when I get in the depth of gel plating? My brain just kind of goes on autopilot. I just,
Oh, I like nutmeg.
So, list.
List.
Mariah loves a list.
I love a list.
There's never a list that she didn't love. And I watched her do that. This just cracks me up. I got to share this with you. So, she made a list and she wrote down something and she just immediately checked it off. And I said, well, good God, what are you writing it down for if you've already done it? She said, just makes me feel good that I have.
That it was on my mind. It was in the mental list, so therefore it was part of the list, and now it is complete.
And it made her feel like she had accomplished something.
I'm not the only one. I've seen this online too. That others have done that do this, and yeah.
Well, let me tell you what. That isn't what I do.
No.
I'm going to make a list here. So we've got orange with blue stars. We've got yellow with pink.
Oh, hey, Colleen. Sorry, you snuck in while I was trying to hang the caddy.
Just put down. This is the background. And this is the stars. And then I won't have to write stars every time. Okay. And we've got
exactly
blue green with, I guess that would be kind of gold stars. We've got pale blue with
See, there are lots of people that do that to their list. And Darcy says, see, crossing it off equals baby dopamine hit. Like, yep, good girl. Done. Yeah, she doesn't need that in her life. She gets her dopamine elsewhere. Oh, now cumin I am not a fan of. Clove I do love.
I think a little bit of everything, and this is the whole thing. I made some fantastic lamb stew the other day using leftover chops that we had. Because when you go to Costco, they don't have a choice. You buy the whole thing. Okay. Oh, and they were absolutely delicious. Mariah helped me season them to do the original, and then I took the leftovers and made soup. But in order to make the stock, I saved all the bones because they were like T-bones.
Yeah.
They were lovely. A tiny bit of star anise.
Maybe.
Peppercorns. 2 cloves. A bay leaf. Usually I would put in a lemon rind, but I didn't have any lemon at the time. Or an orange. But you just, the whole thing is you don't overwhelm it with just one flavor. You use many. And, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's analyze. What do we actually need here? Well, we need, this I'm going to write need. We need more blue.
Hey, Teresa. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, and share.
I've got the pink here in the stars.
Yes, you need kind of a pink paper, but I don't know that's going to be...
I think that I can do it. I'm going to try it.
You were supposed to do that, I think, kind of with that ready one that happened, but... Because it was supposed to be more magenta.
One, I think we're going to just go with gold stars. We're not going to get all.
Yeah.
And you realize today probably all I'm going to get down is the stars.
And can we please not do the butter business and all that? Can we just... Can we make this go faster?
Well.
You know.
Okay.
She's marinating on that.
I'm marinating on that.
Foster makes her list. Because I don't love being the, scrubber girl.
Sure that. Okay. Yeah. And I think we need an orange. I don't know that I'm going to use this orange. I need a true orange.
Yeah, like the Aura, the light red orange.
Well, I think I'm going to put white with it so it becomes even just a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, orange. But now what color of
Well, you got a like, so you have 2 blue stars there.
got lots of gold. So I may go with I don't know, just gold here.
Okay, I got it. 1 second.
Pardon?
I gotta check something real quick.
Okay. Maybe. And I think maybe just go ahead and go with orange stars here. And I think I could use orange, or I could use copper. I think that would be good, because that would maybe even bring this in so that I could use this. I mean, we're not completely, you know, like not going to use this, but yeah. That'll be that orange. That'll be that blue. That'll be that pink. So we need some red stars here.
Okay.
Okay, so this color, which is the ISO.
Oh, purple.
ISO. Oh my God. Yes, thank you.
Good job, Julie Parker.
Thank you. Oh, dear Lord.
That was kind of one of the main things. Oh,
Okay,
and Carrie said, don't forget purple.
Gold stars.
And Webb says chartreuse. So some lime green of
Oh
some
my
sort.
gosh, I don't even have any of that.
Yeah. Well, I think she's keeping the stars mainly. So deraces no white stars. I think it would pop out too much, and
these are kind of whitish.
Yeah, like the light gold.
Yes, and the purple I can do.
Yeah.
Light gold. The chartreuse and copper. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plates. That's exactly what we have, ladies and gents. So, here we go.
Oh, Gray was pausing to wait to see if you spelled out chartreuse.
I did.
You did?
I don't know if I spelled it right.
I don't think so. Maybe. I have to look at the thing. I don't know how to spell it either. Hi, Kathy.
It might be UE. Oh, crap. I've got someplace, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I know. It's in the butters. And let me tell you, the butter bin is to the point where it's puking. And I've got to figure out a different situation. Either we need another bin to hold all of the butters, or I need a bigger bin to hold all of the butters, if that makes any sense. It's CHARTREUSE.
I spelled it right.
Wonderful.
I have a hard time with turquoise, too. I have to look at it.
Oh, yeah.
I can't spell turquoise in my head for some reason. And that's just incredibly, I don't know.
Maybe it's genetic, because I can't do it either. Like, seriously.
We didn't get the turquoise gene.
there's another. Albuquerque.
Oh my gosh, yes. I don't know whether it's the
Where
Q,
the Q,
QQ. QQ. Amsterdam thick gel cheese.
Yeah, I need a bigger butter bin.
LOSS.
Just labeling things, y'all. Look at that.
Hey, you know what? You need to do this while you're thinking about it because you think you're going to think about it and do it later.
And then you're like, what is this?
And you know what happens later? Later never happens, and you're in a quandary as to, oh my God, you know, what's the deal here?
What is this stuff?
What is this? And I want to show you my, sometimes I'm absolutely just astounded at my, all right, we want to get this tissue paper because if it doesn't go as planned.
It really is. Because those one bins, they're so awesome for the stamps. But you put anything a little extra heavy in it, which the butters are, especially when you have, you know, exceeded the vessel's containment, they pop open. And so it has started popping open because my gripe about those bins, and I'm sure there's like some design reason or whatever, but why wouldn't you make the whole bin? Because it has like a decorative dip into it, you know, like so the height of the butters actually pushes on the outer edge of it, but they fit perfectly on the inner part, which is dumb. Because then, like, you could actually get more butters in those bins.
More butters, more better.
I'm just saying. But I have it strategically placed in the cabinet. And if anyone besides myself grabs it out of there, I'm sure there's going to be some language.
I'm really glad that you gave me a heads up on that.
Yeah. Don't just be grabbing it out of there because the bin is no longer together. Is what I'm saying. Watching you do this is
I used to give Mariah tape in the grocery store and she'd pluck it back and forth.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, it's not gonna
It's
fit.
before fidget spinners. You know, it was the 80s. It's tape. Did you just like carry tape around in your purse?
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Masking tape. Well, you know, I was
An art student.
Sometimes I carried it in my camo pants.
Again, it was the 80s. Good golly.
This is turning into quite the little project.
Yeah, who knew? Tips and tricks, y'all. Eddie thought that you still gave me tape in the store, although that probably would be a good idea because, like, the store stresses me out.
All right, well, we're going to have to go to Plan B here. We'll just trim off the bottom. I don't know why we just didn't do this in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, there's always more than one way to skin a cat.
Just me says, P, couldn't you do the pink stars with purple?
So I've got purple with gold. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it is busted bin butter.
I mean, you know, it's really fun when you start thinking about and getting into all of these different I'll deal with that later. Combinations. I mean, it's just like you could just go on and on.
On and on.
On and on, ladies and gentlemen.
To the break of dawn.
Yeah. But anyway, back to my little table over here. Okay, so I got to
Oh, good God.
This is just too wonderful.
30 minutes ago, but okay, here we go.
Y'all are just, you know, this is going to just blow your mind.
This is the motel table she's talking about. Her little side table.
Yeah, and Izzy takes these things off or loosens them up and giggles when they fall off. Okay. Did that have a washer on it, Michael? I guess it did.
Mm-hmm.
The other one doesn't. So, I had this thing, and this stuck in too far. So what I did is I took a wine cork.
She corked it.
And yeah, I just cut it in two and put it on there and then used electrical tape. But it's come in quite handy because this is what I store my tape on, so I can grab it right away because it doesn't fit in the drawer because the drawer's full of all kinds of
Other things.
But don't you think that's just brilliant? I mean, it might not be terribly difficult. I mean, beautiful, but it's freaking functional.
With a little bit of classy, glass knobby thing there.
Yeah, the classy knobby thing, it's what do you call that stuff?
Bakelite?
No. Shabby chicy. Shabby chicy.
Style. Okay. I didn't know where
You didn't know where I was going with that? I don't know why you don't.
well, sometimes I know exactly where you're going, but not always.
Not always.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I've had those little glassy knobbies for a long time.
Oh.
And the thing about it is that all of, that sticking out in the drawer, it was taking up valuable space that could be used for other things like paint and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anywho, and then I can just hang my tape on that jobber.
All right. Carrie says if P would consider other stencils, the crescent moon and leaping rabbits would fit the theme. I think that actually at the end of it, because those are a little bit bigger, like even if she did, because the scale of them wouldn't fit the torn up pieces. You would have to go bigger. But
they could be an addition after everything is done.
I think that would be really cool.
And then cut them out with regular paper so that they were covering, and they could go all the way around the
that'd be cool. Or just
bottom.
Maybe even like on the ends.
Yeah, kind of like I did on that one box.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh. Never know when that little piece of paper is exactly what you're going to need. I'm saying. Okay, now I need to have this in a very prominent place so that I don't,
You want me to try to clip it to something here? I mean, there's some that are being used and some that are not.
Yeah, I'll just kind of tuck it here. It'll be good as long as I don't have. Oh, that's not going to work because I'm going to have to turn it. Because I'm going to actually use some of the paints that's up there.
Yeah, you need.
Okay, turn this over. I don't know why I do this. It just helps me align up so that I'm on, and that's right in the middle, right?
100%, Sherry.
100%. Let me just have a little snog of coffee here.
Mine's all gone. I've been enjoying the coffee a lot lately.
Need to get rid of that because I don't have room for that. Alrighty, so here we go. First plate. What is this? Let's see. We might have something. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Let me just pull this and such a beautiful print.
It is. So now, what is the
Well, it was leftovers.
Right. No. What was the decision on like the stars and butters and whatnot?
Well, and see, really today probably all we're going to get to is the stars.
Right.
This side here.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so we need some orange copper stars. We'll just just go down the list.
Do you want butters?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm going to try. And the reason, twofold. I'm really glad you asked that.
Yeah.
I think that it works better, the lighter weight, because they don't they tear.
Yeah.
The others have a tendency to lose their little pointies.
Yes. It's a good point. It's on a bad point situation. Hello, Cynthia.
I can't tell you when this started exactly, but isn't this gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
And even the little, I don't know what those little hooty-doo things are. And probably should get rid of those because they might interfere with my stars.
Mm-hmm.
But such a wonderful, grungy. I'll have to remember to hold that up today. I'm very proud of that.
Thanks, Eddie.
Very proud of that.
Very proud of that.
Did people comment that it was wonderful?
Not yet.
Okay, y'all better get after it. Like
So gorgeous. Hey, Darcy did. And that was prior to being prompted.
Okay, she gets a gold star.
You get a gold star. I might send you that pink one. With the gold stars. With the one little star.
All right, now the reason I'm picking this up is I suspect that it's some residue left over from using too much of the product over here. And a lot of times it will leave its little residue on the plate. You know, I think that's going to be okay. Hung it on the doorknob. Okay, orange copper. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going to use now. My stencils are on the little makeshift drying stool in the bathtub in the...
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows where that is. Okay, we'll just pick some paint now. Now, I'm thinking about this for pink. Do I need pink stars? No, I need pink background. See, this is why the list is really important. I'm not a list person. You all know I'm not. I suck at that.
Look at this list.
All
right, you need to put your board up.
I do.
Do people hear
It's the bridge table.
Yeah, it's the bridge table. It's not that we play bridge, but that it bridges things.
Goes across from
literally
from the cute little table here, and I leave the drawer slightly open, and then I have a TV tray from. Oh, I don't know. Did it come from my house or yours?
I don't know.
I used to have some.
We're TV tray people, like the little wooden ones.
It's that we don't TV tray, but we just use them for lots of other things.
They're mobile flat surfaces that usually become permanent little flat surfaces.
Okay, now we've got the copper out here, but I'm going to go ahead because I think I can get.
Hey, Mona.
I think I can get at least 2 swipes on each one before I have to send Mariah in to wash and dry.
Okay.
And we mentioned we wanted some white stars. How about this stuff right here?
Yes.
This silvery.
I didn't think you were going to do the white stars.
Well, I said light pink, but I might go with the purple.
I think you're going to have some little bit of gold to them because you don't, like, they're going to be the only ones.
Okay. I'm going to go with Mariah's
if you would have
suggestion here.
like,
I think she's right on. If we had started off with that.
Or mixed in a bit more.
Yeah.
It would have been okay. But if you just do one set of papers, it's going to be like the one white background that you had that you took out. Now, if you had that in, that would have made more sense too. But
yeah. Well, I can't, you
just don't know until you know.
You don't know till you know.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've got a good.
Anne, are you asking us that?
What?
Anne asked in chat, how do you store stencils? I don't know if that's a blanket ask or if she's asking us in particular, because for us, for her, for P, it's a stacking system mainly. Yeah. Meaning there's a stack over there.
Now I have. I have this over here.
But it only holds so much.
Yeah, and I'm up. I'm at capacity over here.
This is like the butter bin business. You know, it's just, it only holds so much.
Notice how I'm evenly distributing.
Yes, I love that.
Both colors.
That's a lot.
And it is a lot, but you know what? I'm thinking it's going to be absolutely perfect. All right, let's get our list over here. We don't want to brayer over our list, which we've already changed. Tuck it in there.
Margie does binders.
Hey, Carrie does some good stuff.
Yeah, I love Carrie's binder thing. Yeah, like seriously, that's my most favorite, like to date, as far as.
And if I had started off doing that a little bit at a time, I think that would be, if you are a new person to,
or you only have a certain amount right now, you know, it's just curating a collection is a whole other thing.
It is. And I'm going to tell you right now, it might seem like I've got a lot of paint.
Yeah,
out
you do.
here, and I do. But the thing about it is, I'm making a wonderful brayer off over here. It's going to be so absolutely stunning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Marguerite does hers in filing cabinets, and that's kind of how we do downstairs, like as far as inventory, but we're even kind of running out down there, and that's
Look at that beautiful
3 cabinets that we have.
piece of paper, and I still have more to go here. This might be kind of obsessively.
Yeah, that's okay.
I love this this particular, because this is even a whiter gold than the light gold. Well, duh, but just worthy of mentioning. Obvious, but
In the filing cabinets, what we do is actually we utilize those like the cardboard things. That's how we do it for inventory stuff. Not that we have a ton of inventory, but you know, when we cut things that are in sets or 2-ups, or sometimes we cut something and then we're like, oh, actually it was this, so then we put it in the filing cabinet. That's how we do that.
my God, we're getting lots of mileage out of this.
Yeah, the cardboard, like when we send out orders, that cardboard that is usually in the order, we use those because it's 9 by 12. That's very pretty.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yes.
And that was just a brayer off. Okay, so I've pretty well got, I think I'm okay. I'm checking out my tips, and the most where I check the tips is on the little bitty stars. Because see that one right there?
Clogging up.
Yeah. Because it's just got a little hairline hoopty-doos anyway.
Lexi says the order cardboard is precious to her. Hey, you know, and it is like an added cost, but I think we've determined that it is worth the, number one, I know that a lot of you guys like it. So like that's added value to the order itself. And it helps keep, you know, the post office or people like just cramming things into mailboxes when it, you know, really doesn't need to be folded or whatever, because it says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
you
this
can
is."
say don't fold, but they don't.
Yeah, I write it on every order.
It's
but...
like the when you say fragile, they're going, oh,
oh,
well,
okay. Let's see
see
how.
Yeah, see how these people pack this fragile crap.
Yeah.
Well, let's get that elephant in here. All right, that is a wonderful. Okay, and this has got a lot of blue goo. A little blue goo is going to be okay, but I am going to take off some of this outside stuff here. And I think I mentioned I needed more tape, Mariah, but
do you need it right now?
I don't think so. But boy, if you could just, you know, hook me up.
I will if you remind me when I'm downstairs.
Well, if I could remind myself to tell you,
You should put it on the list. You should put it on the list.
That would be really wonderful. Also, Tommy in.
I can go down and get some right now.
I don't. if it becomes an issue.
Okay.
Because you noticed on some of those prints, there was that other color right at the edge there. And, you know, I don't, if it's well distributed like this is right now, I think I can use this one. We'll use this for the blue stars. Do I have blue stars on here? No, I don't have copper.
No, I do not buy the cardboard from Amazon.
The blue stars might work for the chartreuse.
I get it in bulk.
Okay, quandary.
But you can find that cardboard on Amazon. Or cardboard on Amazon. I don't know if it's the same thing. Oh, Carrie says, question for those of you that art journal. He has approximately 7 art journals on the go, however, never managed to finish one. How about you? I got 2 over here. Well,
does
one.
Bag and tagging count?
She doesn't journal, she bags. So, yeah. Which I noticed in Darcy's little video the other day. She's like, I have all of the stuff ready. So she had it bagged in a very nice little Ziploc and everything. She's like, maybe I just sell the thing because it's ready. Like, if you want to put it all together. Like, that's kind of how we operate around here. How she operates around here. I do have a bag.
Okay, now, we talked about the chartreuse. What do you think about this?
Okay.
Okay. So what if I make some chartreuse stars? And then I'm probably going to have to make another...
Right, chartreuse paper. Yeah. You got to do the flippy floppy. Like, you know,
Yeah. Okay, so do I want to use this? This is really not chartreuse. This really is yellow-green flash. I think I might mix these together.
I like that idea. Because it'll bump up the shiny one.
And like viscosity-wise, it's going to help with this.
And they're both shiny, so it shouldn't mess up the metallic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to mix on this over here because, well, just because.
Just because.
I'm trying not.
You got 15 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
We're going to be behind the...
That's okay. You can kind of finish this out today. People understand what's happening. I mean, I think that however far you get with any of it is going to be okay.
Thank you, Mariah. That takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
All right. I changed my mind a little bit. What?
I love Darcy. She's so sweet. So she sent me a message. She's like, you're supposed to hook P up with something, but she didn't hear what it was. But I know. So thank you for the...
What is it?
Darcy. She sends me messages sometimes to remind me. Her and Mo, after a stream, she'll be like, hey, you need to do this, or you said something about this in the stream. They take care of me. It's very sweet.
Gosh, yes. Well, I can't remember. Oh, isn't that a gorgeous color? I'll never be able to make
all right,
that
Jesse's way back in the stream.
All right, I'm adding a little bit of flash here.
Okay.
Oh, I think I am. I'm not sure this is.
Has this one been?
Well, it has been because it's swatched. Yeah, it's had its little membrane removed.
Oh no, those were the pluggers.
Oh, these were the pluggers. That's right. A little squeeze of that, and then a little squeeze of lemon here. This is going to be the absolute best ever color.
Oh, Tiger Balm. Cat. Cramping in your hand after printing for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
That Tiger
Balm
is the bomb. Diggity. How about that one, Eddie?
And even if some of these stars are slightly, you know, different because of where they end up on the scale of things here,
Yeah.
I think that's going to simply be A-okay.
I got a good pun on that one. I'm kidding.
All right. Now, we talked about, the, you know, scraping on or briaring on. Right now, what I have discovered with the other, if you want it thicker, then, you know, it's okay. But you saw how it was tearing. Wasn't tearing so very good. So this is why we're going with the, this is a little bit more froggy than I am.
Is that what determines if it's good or not?
What?
Eddie, he's either, you know, he rates my puns on whether they're good or bad. And he said that one made him chuckle. So therefore I got a hashtag good pun. But the earlier one was bad.
I needed to have this ready. And, but I didn't, so.
I love that. What is the speckly business that's on there?
I don't know, something left over from
Well,
something
I like
else.
it. I think that's going to look magical.
Well, one can hope.
Yes.
Well, I didn't get very much off of that.
Well, it was pretty thin.
That's kind of disappointing. But, okay, we'll let that dry. I mean, you know.
Well, yeah.
And it was also a very, you know, I need to, like, I have some stuff ready to go here instead of thumbing through all of these mountains of freaking
No, I haven't seen that, Carrie.
prints I've got here. That's a good one. And that one might be too. Okay, I'll leave those out. Alrighty, I can just leave that on there and mess with that later. I think it's going to be okay. I think I will have enough of
Yeah.
the, oh my gosh, look here. Okay.
Yeah, there's some leftover. Those are the leftover stars. What do you keep crunching over there?
Oh, the bag of sponges
Sponge
puked
bag.
out over here. All right, yes, these are the leftovers.
From the purple paper that didn't work out well.
No. it
Oh,
not.
bye, Brenda. Thanks for hanging.
All right, we're not going to spend time on that. I'll do that on my own with something else. We need to keep with our list here. All right, check our list. So, we haven't done copper yet.
Copper. Are you going to do the,
Yeah, I've already got it out.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm worried about that for, but you know.
You just,
It's just good to be in practice of doing that.
Yes, don't get lazy.
Sometimes it may be really important.
Yes.
All right, so we've got the light. Gold here. We've already got that taken care of. We added chartreuse, and that's really not chartreuse. It's kind of mint. I'm gonna say mint.
She wants her list to be legit.
Yeah, and I'm not a big,
Somebody rolling up
I'm
on
not
there.
a big fan of mint green. Just, you know, I don't like it. It's not my color. I don't look good.
Oh no,
in
that makes you
it
look
makes me
ill.
look bilious.
Bilious.
We'll work on that. I'm really disappointed in that. I might just...
You have 10 minutes to work through your disappointment.
Everybody should put a
I
time limit.
I
on
wish
their
I had
disappointment.
something that I could just squirt at her at this point. That wasn't. She makes those little.
Somebody, I read that as like, kind of a little life hacky thing about, all right, you know what? You can be upset. You can do all the, like you can rage against whatever. Give yourself about, however long to do it. Get over it and move along.
Well, bro.
I was like, well, I don't know. Some days I need to fester about some things and probably have, a few 10-minute sessions about something.
And then there may be a rerun.
Yeah, I need to rehash it.
At some other point when something else has
Triggered me.
Triggered that same response. Just saying.
Yeah.
Give them a good, go here.
I love it. Thanks, Marguerite. Love it. Yeah, chartreuse is more yellowy. Definitely. This is definitely minty that's going on over here.
And I'm not happy with this minty crap.
No.
Not happy with the minty crap at all.
Yes, I need a reminder that I got over it. Right? Yeah, just, have your minute and then let's move on.
Move on. And I'm sorry but I thought I could get another bit off of that. And that is such glorious paint that I really, not much, but some. Let me show you the sprayer off paper here. That minty green looks really good with the copper.
Oh, yeah. It taps it back a bit. It doesn't feel as minty. Yeah. You kind of feel more like, bye, Rosemary. Thanks for hanging. Because it's sort of complimentary.
Did you remind Rosemary about my Visionary Art Museum?
This is different Rosemary.
Oh.
Yeah. We got a couple. I think, our other Rosemary about the Visionary Art Museum, I think she watches in replay.
Okay. All right, so we've got copper. That's going to be beautiful with some of the blue. And you know what I may do with those minty green stars? I may just use yellow with that and really yellow them out.
Then it'll, yeah.
Because we kind of, I don't know that I need more yellow, but yellow is always good to have.
Or you do the chartreuse on top of it, and then that way they're, it's very monochromatic.
Yeah, but I think that might be too much.
Okay.
Too much green.
Much green.
Too much.
You want more contrast in the stars.
I want the stars really. They're the star of the show. I don't know what this crap is out here, and it probably doesn't matter diddly squat, but it could occur right where I need it to not.
Yeah.
Never know about these things. All right, back to our list here. So, copper, check off. Copper. Oh, I'm feeling very...
I know. Doesn't it feel good? You're getting a little dose of dopamine.
Okay, I think we're going to go with the dark gold.
You got 6 minutes.
I'm thinking I'm going to get this done. And my God, wouldn't that just be absolutely astounding if I did actually get something done that I said I was going to get done?
Amazing.
In the timely manner in which...
Some even might call that a tutorial. Maybe.
Our little Joshy, oh gosh, he was such a cute baby kid.
Just a little chunk
and
of squishy squish.
Yeah, he had a mouthful of teeth. I don't know, his teeth seemed bigger than his mouth. Anyway, and he had some speech, but they were just such cute. And Mayfie was one of them.
Mayfie.
Was maybe. Mayfie. And we say that. We still say that. And, okay, what am I doing here? All right, dark gold, dark gold, dark gold. Where's my dark gold? There we go.
That'll save us a second or two on that. This is the Aura dark gold.
And I know that it seems like that's a lot of paint, but you have to remember it's going down in these surfaces there, and there are a lot of little stars, and there's nothing worse than having to open up your paint and get some more started, because what happens is you start pulling out the paint from inside the little star business and accomplishing exactly what you did not want to. So don't be afraid to use some paint, because see how I have to really work it down in there?
Yeah, gotta work it.
Work it.
Flip it and reverse it.
And these stencils will get a good soaking,
yes. Soaking.
a good soaking afterwards, so that we can get this paint out of the little orifices. I could just have Mariah, but they don't have enough cool patina on them yet to.
No. And I washed
them.
I washed them really well the other day, so nothing really built up on them.
You did. You did a fine job.
No, Paula wants us to show baby pictures of Joshy when the next time he comes on. Ooh.
Yeah. Getting some good papers here, and that is the dark gold.
All right, look at that. All in time. So, you will be, okay, so it's Sunday. I will be back here tomorrow. Remember, I am collaging. I'm going to put together the bee thing.
We're going to do red. By golly, I'm getting all my list done here.
There's 3 minutes.
Oh, we can do it.
I'm just going to sit here. I was going to try to wrap
Well,
it
there's some yellow mucky.
That's fine.
I don't have time to remove it.
No.
We're just going to go with it, and if it's really crap, then okay.
You can make it different wood.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I am not. Nothing with boxes tomorrow. I am purely collaging. Remember, I've got the bee, the flowers. We're going to be doing, I'm going to work on some of those collage pieces before we even put them down. I've got some thoughts and ideas about making some of them puffy, and we're going to color some in. I was really inspired by Darcy's video where she did the white paint resist and the sprays, because I think that is similar to what I have going on with the white embossed flowers. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out last Monday's stream. Get yourself note up, because I started a new little project there. And then, yeah, maybe we get it all laid out and put down. Also had some great suggestions regarding some of the other prompts that we didn't do, like the decor with the string. But using the string to do, like, you know, do an outline of a couch. See, that's like string decor. It's fun. That was from Jeanette. Jeanette, I thought it was brilliant. This one over here didn't get it.
I'm missing out on something. I feel like that I didn't get in on all the conversation.
All right, so remember the prompt was create string decor. And I was like, oh, the decor was like, really? But then she's like, oh, you could do like a chair or a couch or something like that.
Oh, okay.
In the string.
Right. See, I wasn't getting the whole thing.
She wasn't getting the whole thing.
I heard part of it, but I didn't know what you were. I didn't make a connection.
Right.
Sorry.
And this isn't red. This is orange.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's red orange.
It's both things.
I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really isn't orange, and well, it's actually really orange.
Yeah. But it's a darker orange.
It is.
You know, it's not hazard orange. It's not hunter's orange.
Anyway,
this is probably going to be, you know, the best thing.
thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll be seeing y'all back here tomorrow, but until then, we
love you.
like a
Long haul.
bye, guys.